Join the Great Taste community. If you've got a question for one of our experts, or if you've tried one of our recipes, drop us a note at greattastemb.ca or on our social media channels.
Welcome back to Great Tastes of Manitoba. Aaron Allblast stole our cake, so we thought, forget him, we're going to make our own. And we've got a wonderful one here with Sarah Cahill tonight, Dairy Farmers of Manitoba. This is a coconut hot milk cake. I'm excited about this for a lot of reasons, but why don't we just start by, you can kick off how we get this going.
Perfect. So I have already started off by beating some eggs, some sugar, and some vanilla. So all of our wet ingredients.
Okay, so Countryside Farms Vita eggs. We've featured them many times on the show, and we will again this season.
Absolutely. And then we're going to add our dry ingredients. So our flour, baking powder, and salt. So a little bit at a time.
Okay, so something I did also want to mention, because this is our 30th anniversary, our 30th season, and celebrating 7,000 Manitoba wheat growers. And it actually made me think as well of dairy farmers as well, because we've got a whole lot of those in this province as well.
We do. Roughly about 300 dairy farm families.
Wow.
Yeah, all family owned.
And so one of the things that we are doing, and would really encourage you this season to go check us out online, greattastemb.ca. We've got all kinds of webisodes. And if you want to meet a Manitoba dairy farm family, we've got all kinds of extra content online, and we would encourage you to go and meet them. So
absolutely. Go. So we're almost incorporated. We'll add a little bit more. And so you're actually going to end up with a pretty thick batter. And the reason you're going to end up with a thick batter is because we haven't put the milk or the butter in there yet. And so if you remember, it is a hot milk cake.
And so I was curious, and it's right in the title. So why hot as opposed to, like lots of cakes have milk in them, but why hot milk?
So there's a few reasons. Functionally, I think that it helps to sort of just incorporate the batter, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But I think also when you heat the milk, you sort of release some of that nutty flavor from the milk, like you'd get in like a latte or something. So I think that it just adds to that flavor profile. And for some reason, it just makes it really moist.
Okay.
So we've
These
got
are all good reasons.
our heated milk and our butter, which is nice and melted, so you don't have to melt your butter separately, which is kind of nice.
Right.
And then we're going to slowly add it to our thick batter.
Okay.
A little bit at a time. And it comes together really quick.
Yeah.
This truly is an incredibly simple cake to make.
Simple is
good.
favorite.
And again, if you're making comfort food, you're in a rush, or you're just like, hey, I really want to make that cake that always brings back those good, yummy feelings,
Yeah.
This is also known as a lazy daisy cake to some people.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm not sure where that came from,
Yeah.
but
Lazy Daisy.
yeah.
Coconut hot milk cake, and of course you can find the recipes online, greattastemb.ca, along with all that bonus content as well.
So it looks like we're ready to go here. So you can see our batter has thinned out quite a bit.
Lovely.
It does, yes. So there's that, and we are going to pour it into our greased 9x9 pan.
Do you flour your pans, by the way?
You could do either. You could do a little bit of butter or oil at the bottom, flour on top. I usually don't.
Yeah.
Honestly, I find that greasing it is enough.
Is enough.
Yeah, and so really that is it. It goes into the oven, it bakes,
Okay.
it comes out of the oven.
Right.
So, it's great. It makes a beautiful sort of vanilla cake.
As it is.
But we need a topping on that to bring it to another level,
Yeah.
right? It's a pretty simple cake, so we're gonna make a pretty simple topping. So this is the coconut topping, which makes it the coconut hot milk cake. So inside here we had a 1/4 cup of butter, a 1/4 cup of milk, and a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. So super easy to remember.
So I read about that we were making this, and I got very excited because this, the topping, the cake a bit different, but my grandmother used to make a cake with a topping that had exactly those ingredients, and boy, is that good.
And what's delicious and what's great about it, it's delicious, right? And it's also that we don't have to make a separate icing. So this can go on right away after it comes out of the oven, which is incredibly convenient.
And you don't have to wait for it to cool if it's the same
No, because
recipe.
it's hot going on hot.
Yep.
So we're gonna do this, and then we're going to just quickly spread it out over the top of the cake to make sure we've got a nice sort of even layer. And then in the meantime, you want to set your broiler on high, and we're going to broil the top.
So many of the recipes that you have brought to us and will be bringing to us are you like to kind of just do it and then you can forget about it and let it cook. This is one particular recipe where this is do not set it and forget it. This is like set it and do not turn your back for a second, because I have, learned the hard way that if you do forget about it, it comes out looking very different than what it should look like. So
there's a high sugar content in there, and so it blackens in like a second. So yes, definitely keep your eye on it, and that sugar and the butter and the milk will seep into the cake and bring it to an extra level of moistness, and it is so tender and so delicious.
And then as it cools, that with the broiled topping, it almost becomes like a crispy sort of like a it's wonderful. And that is what it's supposed to look like. And thank you very much. We've got the coconut hot milk cake. When we come back, we're going to see what Aaron Alblas, first of all, what he did with the cake, and also the beverage pairings here in Great Taste of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by the Government of Canada and Manitoba Agriculture through the Canadian Agricultural Partnership.